Real shit. Kyrie Irving, y'all. Patience. Man, shout out to Kyrie Irving, man. Real talk. I only have one father. I only have one father, Kyrie Irving, y'all. I got one father, man. Yo, I only got one father, y'all. Real shit. Yo, by the way, shout out to all my classic moments that I've had throughout my career. Kyrie Irving, y'all. Patience. Man, shout out to Kyrie Irving, man. Real talk. I only have one father. I only have one father, Kyrie Irving, y'all. I got one father, man. Yo, I only got one father, y'all. Real shit. Yo, by the way, shout out to all my classic moments that I've had throughout my career and my life, man. If you've been following if you've been following my story for a while, you know that meme has caused so much harm, like, in humor at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's caused so much harm and humor at the same time, bro. Like, I was so caught off guard when that lady asked me that damn question. I was so caught off guard. I even gave her a chance to explain herself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go too deep into this moment, but it's gotta be corrected from my own timeline, right? From the version of me, right? Shit, dog. Like, she asked me that question, and I just was like, there's no way, unless I'm like a 19-year-old and somebody's a 40-year-old or a 50-year-old, bro, and I'm their teammate, bro, nobody's about to be a father figure to me, like, in the league. If you don't knock it off, bro, God, I'm so grateful you gave me my father. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was such a disrespectful moment, but it was corny funny. It was corny funny. Yo, shout out to the gifted. I can't really keep up, guys. I'm on my phone. I'm not at my setup clearly, so you have to excuse me. You know what I mean? It definitely was a trick question, whatever it was. But yeah, I'm gonna try to read all the chat, man. Shout out to all you guys at home if you're just now tuning in. I'm not live on Twitter tonight, so it's just me and you. It's just us tonight, Twitch community. It's just us. So I probably got like 40 minutes with y'all today. Unless y'all ask me to stay on longer, I got 40 minutes for y'all. That's it. 40. All right. But yeah, to finish off the story, man, like, that whole moment, I think, put media in a whole different stratosphere, in my opinion. Like, just seeing that play out the way it did. You know, the way Twitter was back in the day, and I say back in the day, like 9 years ago, it was like a long time ago, or 10 years ago was a long time. It was, but it wasn't that long ago. I was such a youngin', you know, and I think I would have handled it the same way now, but I definitely would have probably been more responsible with my words. It was still funny as shit, but it was one of those moments I look back on, I'm like, a little dicey, you know what I'm saying? A little dicey. Right, a little dicey. It could have gone either way, but the way I felt like she disrespected my pops was crazy. That's where I was speaking from. If you can understand that, you can understand that. Right? You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody in the chat. I saw some things on social media today too. People making a big deal out of what I'm watching on my stream and things of that nature. Like I said, I don't condone everything that I'm showing on my platform or what's on the Twitter, main page or activity page. I don't condone all that. It's like I said yesterday, it was me giving you guys a chance to see my Twitter profile or my social media profiles through my lens. Like, everything that I see that comes across or anything that I bookmark, it's out of curiosity. It's out of seeing what's going on in the world, and it has nothing to do with showing support for any political party or any political commentary or commentator, I don't want to add on to any of that, man. Like, and I'm not going to sit up here and say I stay out of politics, but I know how this media game works at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that hard to decipher all this stuff. Like, it's not. Like, these media games are traditional at this point. They've been played over and over again, and spinning narratives is what happens. You feel me? Like, a lot of streamers are just getting the chance to see how the media kind of can spin narratives and things of that nature. But now that we're in 2025, a lot of us are more popular. Well, I don't want to say more popular. Fuck all that. Not even more popular. We are way more in tune and engaged with our audience and who supports us than they realize. You know what I'm saying? I really tap in with a lot of people. I check in with a lot of people, right? It doesn't mean that I'm always accessible and things of that nature, but I'm trying to help the next generation of leaders out here. You know what I mean? The doers, the people that aren't just settling for the status quo, so to say, or just like being cool in their position or being too cool to connect with other people. You know, like this day and age in 2025, man, we on a whole different timeline. You got to be aware of that. We on a whole different timeline. This whole universe is working a whole different type of way. And before, I would be a little worried saying something like that, right? Like, the world is working a whole different way, because it would sound too mysterious. I'm not trying to be mysterious with y'all. I'm just saying the world is different, and I could sit up here and say exactly how I feel, and my voice, my message, more important than my voice, my message can reach who it needs to reach. You feel me? It's just, I've been through so many smear campaigns and crisis PR situations at this point. You guys don't know how tested I really am, and until you get to know me in a little bit deeper fashion, you know what I'm saying? You either gonna see that and respect it, or you're gonna look at me and be like, oh, this guy Kai's crazy, or he's doing his thing again. I'm like, nah, man, that version of me that probably exists, that I don't want to say probably, definitely existed a few years ago, where I was spewing out things that, you know, honestly, I should have done a lot more underground research on. And also, appreciate you for the gifted, appreciate all the follows. You know, I probably should have taken my time and just been more aware of the consequences of making decisions that affect a lot of people. You know what I mean? That's really where I could put it. I will never probably be regretting my words as I move forward. I think it's just, I'm way more responsible with what I want to share. So sometimes it may come out like in a stutter. Sometimes I may like try to change up my words. It's because I want to be way more responsible. The English language, I don't know how y'all feel. Like, I don't know if I just want to, like, I maybe it's just my ignorance, right? But I feel like maybe I should start learning Spanish. Maybe I should start learning like different African languages, that, you know, indigenous languages, so I could speak more intimately, bro. Like, sometimes I feel like the English language just doesn't have everything I need in it. I know y'all probably gonna call me crazy for it, but the English language just feels, I don't know, man. Little Espanol, a little bit more intimate, like mi amor. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get to roll your R's a little bit. You know, like you get to speak Spanish. Like, you get that, the culture comes with it. But the English language sometimes should be boring, bro. I don't know, man. Maybe somebody will clip this. I don't know. Look, this is all I grew up around, right? I should have spent a lot more time when I was younger getting to know different cultures, bro. Like, and getting to know where people come from, getting to know more religions, right? And just getting a better perspective on how beautifully different we all are. Because now that I'm 33 years old, I feel like I missed out on a lot of time getting to know some of my friends' family background, but also my peers and where they came from. You know, I just feel ignorant. Like, I felt like I wasted so much time, so much idle time paying attention to the wrong shit. I don't know if anybody else feels like that in the chat. I'm sure a few people feel like that, but I don't know. I just feel like I wasted a lot of time just trying to sound smart with the English language rather than just putting it where it is, doing more reading on it, but then learning different languages. I think it's so cool when people speak 4 languages. I really think it's one of the coolest things ever is when somebody speaks 5 languages, 3 languages. I'm gonna learn Spanish, man. I'm gonna learn Spanish. I'm gonna get better. I'm not about to just be one of those Black Americans or black people that just be like, you know, uno poquito, or like, you know, I speak a little bit. Oh, tú no hablo español. Like, I'm not gonna allow this vessel to define what is actually going on up here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like yo soy, like, you know what I'm saying, yo thing. Like, I'm not about to be that. I'm about to actually sit down and learn. I think the best way to learn too, in my case, like, I've been listening to a lot of Afro-Latin music, you know what I'm saying, like African, Cuban music, like indigenous, black, Spanish music, and that the instruments, the rhythmic patterns, you know what I'm saying, the notes that are being played, the sound, it just, I don't know. I mean, I do know. It's calling me, right? Like that Spanish music be calling me, bro. And back in my day, hey, I should have been in that. I should have been in that yachty getting a little wild. But let me stay on track, you guys. You know, let me see. Sorry, I'm reading some of you guys chat. Man. Let me see, bro. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna try to look at some of y'all chats, but I'm gonna also say this. But look, the point I was making was, I think there should all be we should all make the effort to get to know each other better. And if that means that I have to learn how to speak Spanish better, or learn how to speak different languages better, and learn where people come from, I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to meet people where they are, man. I think it's important, especially in this day and age, is just to get to know people, learn how to communicate through their language, not infiltrate and disrespect their culture. Be clear, not infiltrate and disrespect their culture and then try to see if the stereotypes and all that other extra. No, I'm talking about actually sit down, break bread, get to know people, and try to meet them where they are. I feel like back in the day, and again, these are some, just my perspective, vantage point, but I feel like back in the day, our ancestors used to sit down and break bread a lot more when there wasn't war outside, or a genocide or a Holocaust going on. I feel like there was so much of a deeper sense of community and people living harmoniously together. How harsh it could be outside when we're just trying to be kind to each other. That's one thing, but to experience the timeline that we're in right now, where you see multiple bombs being dropped on people, you seeing people say I hate you to each other in the street, and you see families trying to make sense of survival after they lose their kids. I mean, I've witnessed this on my phone. I've witnessed this in person, you know, people holding their kids tight, you know what I mean, and praying that they make it to see another day. So maybe we just need to do more service to each other as humanity. Maybe there is a chance for this world to be better if we return back to the way the world worked for us, man. There's this sense of peace that I get in my soul that day will come. I don't know when, but at the same time, the attempt is worth it. I'd rather attempt to try to change the world than not attempt at all. And again, some people in the comments will be like, "Well, woo, like what does getting on live do? What does this do? You know, what does this encourage? Like go outside and do things." And it's like, those things happen. Those things are happening actively. If you're not aware of it, then that's on you. But there's a lot happening. You know, a conversation goes a long way, just like we're having now. You guys getting to know me, but how many others in my position are doing this? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Why aren't they outwardly expressing that they are anti-war or anti-genocide or anti-racist? You know what I mean? Money can only save you for so long. Fame can only save the celebrities for so long. That fame is a cage, you guys. Like, it's a prison. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm a conspiracy theorist and this is what I have found out through research. It's like, no, I've lived in this vessel for a while. I know who's really with it and who's not, you know? That's why my position is respected. I've earned my respect out here. I didn't just have to demand it from people. I've earned my respect. You know, and I want you guys to do the same thing in your communities. Just doesn't mean going out being degrading to anybody, being demeaning, you know, being afraid to speak your truth. Nah, it just means meeting people where they are, having a conversation and standing up for yourself. So that's why I said, just use me as an example. You know, use me as an example. I'm not perfect. Again, I will always tell you guys, I'm imperfect as it comes. I'm figuring it out as I go, but this is part of my purpose. You know, I've been wanting to do this since I was a kid. Just teach, learn, engage with people in a bigger way instead of being boxed up like a fucking celebrity that doesn't have a life, a real life. Think about how many celebrities don't have real lives, bro. They're run by their team management. They're run by their agents. They are run by, you know what I mean, people that barely know. They are literally being run like a fucking robot. They like you have nothing else to offer except what you do for a living. Like, you know, I'm not mad at it. I'm not angry. I don't get mad. I'm not disappointed. I don't. You know what I mean? I just know I accept this role as me being who I am, and that's it. You know, you guys see a lot of NPC behavior going on around all these industries. No real shit, no real conversations, you know. And a few people that are having the real conversations, shout out to them. Like, I want to give you your flowers. Thank you for pushing this generation forward. I want to give a shout out right now to all the truth tellers. Every single one you know that over the past few years that has dealt with some of the craziest shit ever. I just want you to know, like, we see you, we appreciate you. Thank you for doing all that you could do. Thank you. Thank you. And if you just joining in, I just want to say I'm praying for you. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. All right, everybody that's been with us since we started the stream, thank you. Anybody that's been keeping up with my Twitter profile as well, and me just saying when I'm gonna live stream, it's dope. Thank you for joining in, right? But back to the conversation, guys and girls. This world of fanaticism is slowly dying. We need real people. We don't need just fans. Like, we need real people, you know? We need real people. It doesn't mean that you can't be a fan. I'm a fan of things too, but I'm just saying, like, in this world of what we're trying to go for and what we're trying to push for, you guys should be pushing at home, not just on social media, but just praying that some of the people that can actually make some things shake step to the front line alongside everybody else that's been at the front line. You don't have to stay quiet about everything. But I do get people have their own journeys, and I'm not blaming them for having their own journeys, so don't get mad at them. I used to be that version of myself, afraid of the backlash, afraid of the cancel culture, afraid of speaking the truth and bringing the word of God to platforms that need it. So, and everybody, appreciate you for tuning in. I'm seeing that, let me see. They said, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. It's a lot of love. I don't have a bunch of mods in here. I'm not on my setup. So please behave in the chat. Please behave in the comments, you guys. Please behave in the comments. Yo, it's Silky in the chat. Shout out to Silky in the chat, man. That's love, bro. I appreciate you, man. Silky sent you? Okay. Man, so this is beautiful time we're in. I like to talk about the age of Aquarius, and I don't know if you're into cosmology or astrology or you follow into magic, or you follow into mystery schools, or some of the occult like things that go on. I don't know like what you guys are into in the comments. I don't know, but whatever version, religion, right, spirituality, I want to make sure I say those as well, but wherever you're getting a lot of your form of who you are and your childhood and how you were raised, just make sure you make room for learning. Just make sure you make room for learning about other things that are going on. Just your beliefs, it's okay for those to be shaped as you get older. Please take it from me. I used to shun out so many good things about life because I was ignorant. There's no real big apology for being ignorant to yourself and what you're capable of doing, but there's no time to self-sabotage, you guys. There's no time to undo all the good work. There's good parts of ourselves that learn from others, that we learn from others, right? It's I get a lot of my inspiration from watching not just TV shows, but old cartoons, old movies, old music, new movies, same thing like you guys get it from, but my inspiration, how I download it, goes through a different processor now. You know what I'm saying? I tried to watch Family Guy the other day, and I tried to watch American Dad. Yo, I forgot how fucking raunchy and racist that shit is. Oh my gosh. Bruh. Like, they actually had me on Family Guy one time as like a water bear. And now when I look back on it, it's probably disrespectful as fuck. It's out of pocket, for sure. But would I get on Family Guy now? Hell the fuck no, man. Shout out to all the creators of it. No problem with them, but I would never, bro. That shit was... There was so many shows just blatantly going against my culture, blatantly making fun of... And I'm not saying they don't make fun of everybody, but it's just like... This shit makes me uneasy, bro. South Park, too, for sure. Like, you guys know the shows. Adult Swim in general. Like, all the shows, I mean, they had a very, very special place for the ignorant black folk that love their shows. You know? There was other shows that were probably worse, but it was just like, at my age now, at our age, whoever's in my generation, like 33 years old, like, nah, that shit not flying in my crib now. I used to watch that shit all the time. Then don't even get me started on The Simpsons. All the freaking theories around The Simpsons and the time traveling shit and them getting all different events right. And you guys watch the same YouTube shit I do. Stop pretending like you don't. Stop pretending like you don't. You watch all that shit. You watch all the fucking Simpson episodes where they're predicting shit and it comes true. It's like, come on, bro, miss me with all that shit. All the theories, bro, that shit be cool and all, but that shit be weird. It's weirdo behavior. Same thing with Futurama. Same thing with a bunch of other shows. Y'all be seeing them same spiritual, long-winded YouTube videos, going through it. Stop it. You guys know I didn't just walk to flat earth and just be like, oh my gosh, I stumbled upon flat earth. You know it was a process. You don't just stumble on these things just by chance. Like, it starts with one domino, and then you start going down a hole, and they say it goes down the rabbit hole. Fuck the rabbit hole. Bro, that is like a deep ocean of questions. They call it a rabbit hole. When you become like you see one thing and you're like, I'm gonna go deep into this subject. But come on, bro, dang well. So I've been caught in a few of those oceanic curiosity tours, I'll say it. But again, this just goes back to being able to rationalize what's going on around you and learn more. I wish we had teachers, I wish we had conspiracy theories in school so we could just get all of this stuff out of it, you know what I mean? Get all of this stuff out, all the questions, Okay, I see somebody asked a good question. Let me try to pin this. I'll try to, yeah. But that's all it is. I wish we had classes just for that. So there wasn't a time where you got older and you felt like, man, I'm seeing the truth finally. I don't know. So many things that I would want to explore more of, but also it's like top secret. You can't. So what you guys thinking about? What you guys thinking about what you're seeing in the world, though? Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me what you guys want to discuss tonight, because I'm going to answer one question that I saw that I thought was pretty good, but I'm aware of things that are going on, and I'm praying for everybody that's involved and also in between war. That's what you're seeing is a lot of political commentary go on. You're seeing a lot of politicians. You're even seeing our president and the former president and his political party. It's a shit show. You guys, it is a shit show. Whether you believe it's all scripted, or whether you believe it's divine intervention, or whether you believe in government, whether you believe in your conspiracy theories of what the government is, it's all to each his own. But humanity is not doomed, you guys. You know, humanity's not doomed. You guys, we got to have more faith in that. I know it's a sad timeline that it's a sad portion of our timeline. Now, death has always been part of our timelines in human history, but it's just fucked up when you're going through it, because they're children, they're innocent men and women. There are people that are close to us, family members, friends of ours, that are being impacted, and also pain is being inflicted on their bloodline. You know, it's scary to see, because it could be in our backyard tomorrow, and that's the scary part about all of it. But these are all my raw emotions about what's happening, because I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a fellow human teammate member of you guys that cares and feels like sometimes, especially here in America, we think we the shit. We think that we got it all figured out. We think that, you know, we big bad Americans all the time, and we think that, you know, America's just it can never reach us. But there's a lot for us to learn. Before I read this next question, let me just give you guys a brief overview of the people I come from while I've been living in America. So I'm black and indigenous. I don't know how else to explain that part, but I don't necessarily describe myself as just black. I consider myself to be a darker pigmented melanin person. I have a certain lineage that describes this vessel that I'm in, on that cultural aspect or that cultural viewpoint, where it could be African, it could be Cuban, Afro-Cuban, it could be Afro-Australian, it could be anything Afro. That's where I'm part of. I come from that bloodline, right? That particular bloodline has been oppressed in America for a lot of years. Some people will disagree, especially some politicians that, of course, keep their head in their ass and are racist as fuck and pretend like nothing goes on with mass incarceration and over-policing our communities, and birth control, and also disease and drugs and famine created amongst a systemic timeline and over decades and over centuries of time. So I'm gonna clock it for you guys real quick. Let me just give you the breakdown. So this is where I'm at. That's my black side, right? I got a long history being in America. Family telling me what's going on, who's treating us well, who's been treating us unfairly, all the cultures we should get along with, and then having to still have a good heart, knowing that we were, me and my ancestors were treated like this. Liberation has always been at the forefront of my mind, especially coming from that community. And if it isn't, then I know that I'm aiding into the destruction of my community, because liberation is really the function that needs to be at the forefront. And don't get, again, this is just me speaking. You guys can go and search other people that have similar voices to mine that are also speaking about the same things, but in their own way, right? I am just representing my space, but as an indigenous black man, especially black man, that's where my culture is. Now, on the indigenous side, I am a Lakota man. Lakota, Lakota. My name is Ayla. It was given to me by my elders and also some of my family members. It means little mountain. I have family that comes from North Dakota, South Dakota, also very tied into Nakota and the Dakotas. I won't say Sioux, but we all have different subsects into our tribe and subcultures within that. Now, we are all indigenous, but if you look at American government versus the indigenous population here in America, there's a lot of history that has been told and also purposefully hidden. So I remember, one of, our family friends came up to me and he was like, "Oh man, so you doubly fucked. You doubly fucked." I was like, "What you mean?" He was like, "Oh, you black and native." Oh shit. Look at those two sides of the coin. I mean, do you realize who you are? And I said, okay. Maybe I need to do a little bit more research. I didn't understand what that meant, but that was, it was new for me. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I'm black and native or black and indigenous. What does that mean? And then I started looking at other countries, and I started looking at the continents, and I started looking at the history, and I noticed that there's a lot of indigenous populations that has been murdered senselessly, irresponsibly. I don't know if you guys are familiar with some of this history that I'm referring to. Again, this is important for me to get out to you guys so you have a better understanding of where my thought process comes from. Me being a kid and then also getting older and learning all this, what do you think you would feel if you found out that not just one family member, but hundreds of millions of your ancestors were murdered? Hundreds of millions. I think we would all have different reactions. I'm gonna just say that. For me, I went a little crazy. I went a little crazy when I found that out, because I said, there's no fucking way that they would get away with this. And when you see who's responsible and you see the bloodlines that are responsible, it's hard to just keep it cordial out here. I'm not angry at anybody. I'm not trying to cause any harm to anybody. I'm not out here, guns blazing, trying to, no, I'm just fully aware of what's capable of who I'm going against. My enemies. Let's call it what it is. There's no ops. It's just real enemies. This is systemic. This has more to do with learning about who you're destined to be, and honestly, never allowing the system to get in your way again. I'm here to represent that, but also tie in some of the political necessary steps that were not taken to integrate people into a fair society. I don't know if you've ever been to a reservation, but just maybe when you get some time, just ask some of your native indigenous friends what's been happening. And the thing about it is that a lot of us are indigenous, but we are colonized in the mind. We have colonized our minds, so we're not able to see when people are actually trying to help. But if you know anything about PTSD and when you deal with real life circumstances that your family has dealt with, and then you're burdened with that, and you don't know where to ask for help, that's why we're here, you guys. That's why we're here. We're here to talk about what's going on in the res. We're here to talk about what's going on in the quote-unquote hood. Because guess who's the fuck, excuse my language as I say this, guess who's cosplaying Black culture and native and culture all the time. You tell me who's cosplaying and stealing cultures. It's not me. It's not me. I don't have to cosplay being black. I don't have to cosplay being native. I don't have to cosplay my culture. I don't have to pretend that to say things like I don't have to do that. And this isn't, again, shots at anybody. This is not. My enemies, you guys, I will say who my enemy is. I have no enemies that you know of. Okay? Respectfully, this is not your fight. Some of you guys will understand, some of you guys won't. But again, this is not your fight. I'm just explaining to you what's going on through the thought process and lens of me. The way I think. The way I feel. Because this is the way I grew up. It's the only story I know. I'm trying to bring you guys into my world as best I can without affecting a friendship that could be developed in the future, because we need each other. Whether you believe it or not. And it ain't for money. It's not for money, you guys. That money, that money on. Hey, I'm going to give y'all the real raw advice one day about money and how I feel about money. But until then, let's stay on track, okay? We are here to protect one another, but also for you guys at home that are watching this, to break down the system the best way you know how. You know? I'd love to have a session with some of y'all, right? Like, so you guys know how cool I am in person. And I don't say cool like, yo, I'm just like, I'm not tapping myself, I'm cool. I'm just saying, like, we would have a great time. We would have a great time. I know we have a great time. I honestly want to throw a small festival where we could just have truth tellers, truth speakers talking, playing music, vibing, fire out, fire in your hand, you know what I'm saying? Drinks in your hand if you drink, you know what I'm saying? Cigars, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all want to do. I feel you. You know, and again, this goes back to what I was saying of just, this is what comes in my bloodline. This is what comes from my culture. Despite what happened to us, we still embrace people. You know what I'm saying? That's the beautiful thing about all this, is no matter what I'm telling you guys right now, and I'm explaining to you that I'm not angry, it's because I'm putting God first while also knowing my position on this earth, man. I didn't ask to be in this vessel, so to say. Right? But I took on the history of my people, and this is what comes with it. It doesn't mean I'm going to hate on anybody. I don't hate anybody, you guys. I don't want to say they, but whomever it may be, tried to convince y'all that Kyrie is this, Kyrie is that. Now, knock it the fuck off. Come on. I love God enough to know my position on this earth. I am not in control of everything. But I damn sure have a voice that I have to share with you guys. You know what I'm saying? This is it. This is it, guys. All right. Before I read this next comment, I just wanted to let you know, any perspective I'm speaking from or what I'm showing you guys on stream is all coming from a good place, so you're more aware, and also we can connect in a deeper way. Other than that, all right. You know, you guys got to excuse me. Somebody said, Kyrie, you too apologetic. I was about to say I'm sorry for too apologetic. That's something that I got to work on. I'll work on that with you guys. Accountability Inc., LLC. You hold me accountable, you guys. You guys say I'm too apologetic. Okay, cool. I hear you. I just always want to set the boundaries and make them clear. That's it. I don't want to. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit for you guys anymore, all right? This is my space, like you said. I appreciate y'all coming into my space. All right, look. Okay, it says, if your younger self could watch you now, not just on the court, but spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, what would you think he'd be most confused by? And what would you try to explain to him? To be honest with you, I think at this point, my younger self would be confused on how much work was actually put in. How much of a community was actually built. I think it would just be confusing for my younger self to see all the love, because I didn't even know what love really meant back then. All I knew was just like, yo, you You say I love you and that's it. But real love is an action, you guys. My younger self didn't really know that. I ain't know how to give myself a big hug and just tell myself I'm proud of me. I fuck with me. Fuck with everybody else now. I fuck with me. You know, and I've had my moments where I fought back, you know what I'm saying, against older versions of myself. And I was like, man, damn, I would have done that differently. But now, I think my younger self would be confused of how I'm handling things. I'm handling so much better. You know, like I'm handling it way better. I'm handling life way better now. I feel things a lot deeper. You feel me? Like in terms of my emotions, I feel my emotions a lot deeper. But other than that, it's like, come on, guys. Wife, kids, putting in that time, you know what I'm saying? Being intentional with your time, making sure you're standing up for the right things as a man. That's what I would be, you know, I would try to explain to him that my younger self is like, being a man is cool. Being a man is, you know, like being a man is like growing older and taking care of your responsibilities. That shit dope. That doesn't mean I should have, you know what I'm saying, been doing the same things I was doing when I was younger. I was having fun, but still at the same time, being a man is cool, man, and protecting your family is everything. Providing for your family is everything, but just showering yourself and your family with the things that you want them to be better at and improve at, man, it's nothing like it. You know, somebody said you were crazy. Yo, keep it a bean, man. Yo, I'm telling you, it was crazy when I was younger. You know, I also think my younger self would be confused on why it's so hard to say free Palestine or free Gaza or free the Israeli hostages. Why would that be so hard to say? Free Congo, free Sudan, free all oppressed people around the world. Why would that be hard to say in today's world? Like, why would that be so hard? It's not, I'm just saying this in terms of like being so much aware of people's families being involved in this. Like, I pray for all people, but somehow you have to only care for a specific group of people. Even my enemies, I pray for. Even my enemies. It shouldn't be difficult to have a heart out here and stand for something bigger. I know you guys saw all those students being arrested for the protest in America. You know, I know you guys saw some of the media that we all trusted just blatantly lie to us. I know you seeing people in political parties just switch sides. You know, I pray that all the warfare is ended. I pray that we're able to be at peace on earth. I pray for all you guys knowing that this is all going on and you have a heart that's big and full of gold and you just want to help. Shout out to all the people that's doing all they can to help. I know y'all saw Greta Thunberg go on that flotilla with all her counterparts and try to bring aid to Gaza, you guys. You know, it's sad. It's sad seeing people, you know, switch sides so casually and think that shit has no real consequences, bro. We really watched people in the Democratic Party go up there and just, it's not a genocide. It's not a genocide. We literally had to watch, and then the people that were up there released books. Bro, they went up there and then released books and said that they are bipartisan or whatever. Like, they said that they are not a part of that political party anymore, bro. Come on, bro. Dog. They think people are just fucking, like... I'm sorry. I'm not laughing out of humor, bro. I'm just laughing out of probably disgust. Like, oh, man. Yeah. It's sickening to my... Like, it's sickening. It's a slow death. Not a death. It's a slow death. Guys, I mean, I appreciate you guys listening to me, man, vent. Because I've just been sitting still. watching, studying, seeing, studying, watching, being in rooms. A wise man can act a fool, but a fool cannot act as a wise man. That might go over some of y'all head, but a wise man could play a fool. A fool cannot play a wise man. You know? Turned up to the max. Turned up to the max when it comes to standing up for our people. It's turned up to the max. No apologies here for being turned up for people that need our help. Sorry for not being sorry, for being turned up for people that need our help. It's okay to care, right? Come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It really is rooted just in that. So, again, I want to thank you guys at home, all you guys at home that are doing more for your culture, doing more for your religion, doing more for your community to embrace others. I know it's not the sexy or beautiful thing to just get along with people that used to do wild shit, but to cure those generational curses, you have to stand in that fire. You have to stand in that fire, you guys. That you will be reborn like a phoenix, but you have to stand in that fire. I don't say like go out and just do crazy shit. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying stand in that fire just means that love on yourself, that love for God should shine through in your efforts. We all are different in here, right? But we all share, I think, a similarity, and we pretty sure we want to see the world a better place, right? I do. You know? So shout out to all the young revolutionaries out there, all the elder revolutionaries, all our quote unquote political prisoners that are still in jail. Hearing about some of our ancestors, I said some of our ancestors, but hearing about some of our astute revolutionaries, our empaths, our clairvoyants, our energy readers, man, our astrologists, man, our health and wellness experts, man, like our nutritionists, our PTSD and experts, our psychologists, therapists, our therapists, man. We need everybody hands on deck. Enough trauma has taken place. Enough trauma has taken place, bro. I could say that because guess what? Guys, guess what? I can say that because I know how much has been hidden from us, and it's fucking nuts, you guys. So much is hidden from us, you guys. And I don't mean to be like mysterious or anything like that at all. I'm just saying so much is hidden from us, and even the education system knows that. I remember I came in one day and I was like, man, fuck Thanksgiving. I got fined 50 grand, 75 grand, I think, for saying that. And after I said fuck Thanksgiving, and I had to apologize after that, for me, it was crazy because I'm like, did I just thank the people that are responsible for killing my ancestors? Did I just try to celebrate a holiday where my ancestors are literally in the dirt for no fucking reason other than people wanted our land and wanted our resources, bruh? Okay. I don't know. That story doesn't seem too accurate, but I'm gonna roll with the punches, and I'm gonna say that version of me did not know. But this version of me now is very clear on what I mean. I will never say what I said, but I will put the facts on the table and tell you why I don't celebrate it. That's all I needed. Was just the history, was just the backup. Once you know your history, once you know your culture and what you've been doing and what your ancestors have been doing, they can't tell you anything in this world that you yourself is not able to understand and go back home and do your own research. I'm speaking truth to y'all before I get off because I just want to let the young revolutionary at home know that you're doing a great job. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the truth. All the Instagram pages that are talking about history of people, Black history, Spanish history, Caucasian history, Jewish, Muslim history, Christian history, whatever history you're bringing up, please continue to share it for us, because we all need to be aware. Right? I was out here just moving like I will never call myself a punk, but I had some punk tendencies for sure. I had some punk ass tendencies for sure. And I had some punk ass tendencies, y'all. Nah, I did. Nah, I had some punk ass tendencies. I mean, I'm a punk. I just mean I had some punk ass tendencies, like confrontation and saying how you feel should not feel like guilt. I'm gonna say that one more time. Avoiding confrontation and not knowing how to advocate for yourself, that's a recipe for that guilt. I felt guilty standing up for myself so many times. Like, I felt guilty for telling people, yo, that's enough. Yo, I'm good off of that. Like, yo, I'm good right now, bro. I got boundaries. Like, I'm good, bro. I'm gonna walk away from this shit, and then I'm gonna come back, bro. I'm gonna get my thoughts together, bro. I'm gonna come back. Yo, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for letting me, understand that from you, man. Thank you, bro. I'm gonna get back to you. A simple, just quick boundary talk. But people with big hearts understand where I'm coming from too. People that are the black sheep of their family understand where I'm coming from too. When you're trying to change the trajectory of your family, sometimes that's gonna come with real life circumstances that you're gonna have to learn how to navigate, so you know how to better navigate in the world. That's just me talking, you guys. It's just my perspective. I'm offering it to you, just telling you what I went through. But yeah, I felt guilty. You know what I mean? I love the past versions of me, you guys. And I pray you guys in the chat know that. I love the past versions of me. I will never defeat those versions. I did the best I could. But now that as a 33-year-old man, I feel myself so much more seeing my younger self handle things a lot better. I would never let somebody just come across, sit down next to me and try to make me feel a certain type of way and convince me of things that I don't believe in. You know, it's not called failure, you guys. It's just called trial and error in this world. I've evolved, I've changed. I'm grateful for that change, but I don't go out just spewing it out to everybody either, because change is it's a constant process. But yeah, this is what gave me the singular focus to do what I'm doing with y'all right now. Is to get on live, you know what I mean? Not even just on IG Live or Twitter, but like to build with my Twitch community, build with other streamers, build on other platforms. So I'm opening myself up to embrace my change and then also be selfless in my approach and really help others. Like, I know me stepping into the streamer world doesn't look like probably the same as everybody else, or I don't know if some other people got on here, maybe they'd be more popular on here, right? I don't know, but I don't know. You guys see, I just care about the community. I see myself in a lot of these young streamers, that the things that they're doing in real life, I was like, bro, I used to be doing that. And now I know that they are receiving a lot of the attention that is healthy, but also it comes with a lot of responsibility that they don't really know about. It's an industry that's unregulated right now. The streaming university, streaming university, shout out to Kasina. That's just the streaming university. No. The streamers universe right now is just like beyond me. They are making their own rules. They're, doing their own thing. By the way, if you guys see Funny Mike or at him, or if he's on live right now, I never got an invite to streamer prom. I don't know if I'm invited. Maybe I'm just an unk. I don't know, but shit, I'm not gonna take it personal, bro. But I didn't see no invite. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't part of Streamers University either, so my bad, y'all. Like, shit, maybe my invite. I don't know. I love y'all. All right, but at the same time, I'm saying it like they have this platform and they have control over it, but the creators of these platforms are just, they doing what they do. They making money off everybody, keeping shit safe, controlling shit, doing what they do. I have no beef with that, right? But in terms of like the young streamers that are trying to make something of themselves, definitely like proud of them, bro. Proud of the people that took the internet and made something out of them, like made something happen. I want to say the internet, like, really started putting in that work, bro. Like, started locking in. Whenever I talk to Kai, or I talk to some other, like, when I talk to other streamers, it inspires me to how locked in they are, because it, you know, this does look easy. And don't get me wrong, you could just pick up your phone and stream and, you know what I mean, and just do your thing. But to build community around here takes time. It takes consistency. It takes showing up and really engaging with your community, really listening to them, and seeing how you can grow this. Because I'm cool with that, you know. This is what I wanted to do from the beginning, you know. But I used to get crazy heart. Like, I used to be so nervous tapping that live button on IG Live. Bro, I used to be so nervous, bro. I used to be so nervous hopping on IG Live. Like, yo, damn. Somebody might record this and put this whole fucking shit on. And by the way, I don't know who Jimmy Ballers is 2020 on YouTube, but he has all my streams and shit like that. And yo, bro, just hit me up, bro. Real talk. You got like 4 hours of my streams. You got thousands of views, bro. Just hit me up, bro, and we'll talk. All right. Yeah, bro. Everybody know. But nah, it's an amazing sight to see, like, what's happening in the world. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, but we got politicians, man, hopping on stream. We got quote unquote celebrities, athletes, artists hopping on stream. You're gonna be in for a rude awakening on this platform. Yep, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening on this platform if you just joining in. Because I feel like I had my little 3-year infant crawl to run. You know, I'm telling you, I'm seeing people clipped up. Shout out to Feared Buck. He be putting up clips. I be seeing it all over my timeline. Should be jumping, you know. But what else, you guys? I planned on being on here till like 12:30, so you guys got me for 15 more minutes. Man, I do have a foundation. It's Kai Family Foundation. I'll try to answer a lot of you guys' questions right now. But yeah, I do have a foundation, Kai Family Foundation. It was started in 2020. We kind of went through some restructuring. You know, it doesn't mean that I stopped personally donating to places, but in terms of getting my 501(c) up, it'll definitely be done soon. So please be on the lookout for that, you guys. We'll definitely be partnering with a lot of different other foundations, and it'll be centralized in, you know, what the focus has been. It's just community outreach, sustainability, not just creating programs, but bringing together a lot of our educational needs for our community and acting on them. You know, it's not easy to unlearn a lot of the colonial tricks or, you know, tools that lead to ultimately our own destruction. I never expect my oppressor to give me the tools to liberate myself. So you got to take it with a grain of salt, you know. You got to take it with a grain of salt. Let's see. You said a collab stream with who? With Aiden Ross next time I'm in Miami. Okay. Why? Y'all would like to see that? Who said that? Yeah. I know that some streamers are going to be controversial. I don't say Aiden is controversial, but I know he has his own agenda and things of that nature. It just reminds me, like, I know what's going to happen after me saying that too. You know, again, it's nothing disrespectful to any other streamers. But again, The streamer universe is big, you guys. We're gonna see a lot of different people. So get ready, buckle up. I know, like, I'm gonna be part of a stream one day where I'm gonna be like, okay, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, like, I gotta make sure people have their correct representation ready, and then also PR teams gotta be on. They gotta be on phone dial. PR lawyers gotta be on phone dial, bro, because shit could get diabolical out here, and I don't want you guys to think I'm just coming out and just being like, yeah, fuck it, like, yeah, let me just pop out here with this person. Like, nah. Again, I wish that there was a lot more unity in the streamer universe. I know a lot of these guys and girls used to be friends. I know things have changed, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong. I think a lot of people in the 4 years ago, 3 years ago, when streaming was like making its way up, like everybody was fucking friends. Or it seemed like that. I don't know. And then again, this is my perspective. It seemed like people started making a bunch of money. People, started creating their own groups, and people wanted independence, and people had different political views and religious views, and some people went left, some people went right. Again, I don't know the full story, but I know some of the biggest streamers in the world don't get along that well all the time. So for me, I pray that I'm able to come into this space and unite a lot of these youngins and some of the guys in my age group, and any of the like fake beefs going on and shit like that, and the envy and jealousy. Hopefully I could cut through all of that. Like, I just want to be a light in this space, you guys. Tell all my fellow streamers that I love them, but all the, like, unless it's like real ops and shit like that, I cannot make space for that. Yeah, because I just need to hear the truth. I'm not here to pick sides on any of that. I care about this being a great time for us as we, really carve out a lane where all of you guys are evolving and elevating to the spaces you really want to go to. I know not everybody just wants to stream all the time. So, I think that's a conversation in itself, right? That's a conversation. I'm not... Ain't no real beef. Okay, I mean, hey, like, for real. I told you, I'm about to walk into the room, and you know how I'm gonna get down, Tribe. I'm about to put, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to put shit on Front Street. So you really feel like that? I'm about to just, blatantly say shit on people's streams. I promise you. I'm about to just blatantly say shit. Like, if you have me on anybody's stream and I find out there's a little, you know what I'm saying? Little tension, I'm about to gas that shit up. In a mature way, though. In a mature way, you guys. I'm gonna gas that shit up. Appreciate the subscriptions, you guys. Appreciate you. Who is J69 Gamer? You put up if you missed your stream, go run it up. What is that, bro? All right. Nah, I'm definitely gonna instigate shit, bro. Definitely gonna instigate shit, 100%. But I told you, I'm gonna do it like in a very natural way. I'm gonna instigate it, but I'm gonna let them know, like, bro, come on, dog. You don't really feel that way, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't really feel that. I gotta really bring my jersey lingo out and really tell them, like, you don't really feel like that, do you? You figure deals, like, you don't really feel like that. Like, keep it a bean. Keep it 100. You don't really feel like that, though. It's me and you talking, like, you don't really feel like that. Nah, but again, if you guys are just joining in, I've been on for an hour and 8 minutes. I plan on being for an hour and 11 minutes. I may go over, I may not, but I just want to say thank you. I'm trying to read all your messages. Oh, by the way, I told you guys this, that I was gonna have a bunch of people on stream. I got something for y'all. So about 4 days ago, I put out an Instagram post. I said, yo, whoever wants to be on the stream, let me know. DM me. Bro, I went to my hidden messages on IG, or what, the messages tab. Yeah. We might have something, y'all. We might have something. We might have something, y'all. I kept scrolling. God is good. I kept scrolling. I said, oh, nah. We about to be lit, y'all. We about to be lit. For real. I'm gonna try to get as many people as y'all want on here. And right now, it's only gonna be 1K viewers, but I want y'all to say this because I noticed that y'all do this too, all right? Tribe, I want y'all to save this. We have 1K viewers right now, but I would say in like the next 6 to 12 months, I'm definitely gonna be averaging way more than this. Now, I'm not gonna put a number on it. I'm not gonna say how much it is, but I know I'm gonna be averaging a lot more viewers than this, and I'm gonna be one of the biggest platforms. And it's not just gonna be on Twitch, you guys. I'm just gonna tell you that. But right now, we only averaging 1K viewers. Pretty soon, when this becomes well run and organized the right way, and I actually have a team behind me with this, things are gonna change. Y'all my day ones in this, don't forget this. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the follows. I appreciate all the things y'all do. Y'all are inspiring me to continue to push these boundaries, continue to push myself, and even be more candid with you guys, right? It ain't easy, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be real with y'all, it's not easy at all. But what I can say, it is an exciting time, and I feel like I'm falling right in line or right in alignment with my purpose. So yeah, we're gonna also have to work on people in the comments or people in this chat, because I see a lot of punk ass, little ass, you know what I'm saying? Don't let me get into, I just see some punk ass comments in here certain times where y'all be afraid of something that just might be a seed planted in you where you know you will do better. There's a few of y'all punk ass comments. Yo, Kai, don't say that. Yo, Kai, don't do that. Yo, Kai, chill, bro. No, bro, get out the comments if you gonna be like that. Get out my comments, please. Get out my comments. I would definitely mod it up better, you guys. I took off some of the mods that I had. Fine. If you guys want to mod, I'll mod you after this. All right. If you want to mod, put it right now. If you want to be one of my mods, put it right now. All right. I will say mod in the chat, and I will try to get you modded. But okay, cool. But you gotta be quality. You can't be trash. I'm sorry. You can't be trash. You can't be letting shit happen, because I need fast commentary. I need fast, quick. All right. I can't. Y'all gotta have this chat moving. Y'all gotta have this shit booming. Y'all gotta have y'all gotta have y'all rates. Y'all gotta have, you gotta tell me what you need. You gotta have your the voting. We gotta set up real live in real life events. We got shit to plan. I can't have y'all just modding and thinking this is the only thing I'm asking you to do. I love y'all, but I gotta hold y'all accountable to a higher standard. I can't be just thinking y'all about to just modding up. My mods gotta be like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be locked in. I can't just be having anybody mod in, y'all. We gotta have this chat jumping. Right now it's just me talking. That's all y'all listening to. My mods, whoever's on here right now, I can't control it. I can't. Not right now, at least. I don't want to. Let it go wild, you guys. Let the comments go wild. It's fine. This won't continue. I told you by July. All right? Y'all gotta show me that y'all wanna, like, how y'all gonna mod this, because we can't be half-stepping in this. We can't be half-stepping in this, y'all. If you half-stepping and you a mod, I don't want you on my team. I'm sorry. I don't want you on my team. If you half-assing shit, I can't have you on my team. I gotta have you thinking about ideas like this. Like this. This is how my brain works. I don't want you to get mad at me for holding you accountable, but my brain works like this. You know what I'm saying? I can't have me holding you to a higher standard than you hold yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all, you guys. If it's too big of an ask for my community, just let me know. If it's too big of an ask, just let me know. How many mods should I have? Should I have 4? Should I have 3? Should I have 20? All right, I'm gonna give a few of y'all a chance. By September though, I'm gonna have my mods cemented. It's gonna be trial and error from this on out. I'm gonna give a few of y'all a try. I can't have y'all doing it every day. I'm gonna give 6, 7 mods before my stream. If you're paying attention, after when I tweet it, under that, right? When I say I'm a stream and you want a mod, go under my Twitter profile and at me. That's it. That's all I can say. If you want to be one of my mods, when I say I'm gonna stream, go underneath my Twitter profile, go underneath my tweet after I say I'm gonna stream, and let me know if you want a mod. All right? That's it. And if you don't have a Twitter profile, I most likely won't see a whisper on here. And I gotta tell all the people that whispered to me, like, we have all the names, but damn, I'm trying to go back to all these whispers and go through this. You know what I'm saying? My bad. We gonna get to y'all, but I won't even say we are gonna get to you guys. I just gotta make sure that the right names are picked. All right. You want me to do Discord calls? Okay. I need a vote right now. Do you guys prefer Discord to build this, or do you prefer on here? Discord. Okay, Discord. All right. See, I'm making it clear. Okay. All right. On here? No, I see mad people seeing Discord, bro. Yeah. Okay, Discord it is. All right, Discord it is. Okay. I appreciate you, late too. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put my server on Discord, and then we're gonna connect there. But I'm gonna let you know right now, there are some OGs on my Discord too. All right, so we all gotta make space. All right, and let me take a screenshot of this real quick. I want this day to be remembered, right? And the reason why I say I want it to be remembered is because after this stream goes off, just like I'm gonna see the world in a different way, I know you're gonna see in the world in a different way. Just take notes of what you see. That's all I ask. I'm gonna take notes of what I see, everything that's going on, and we're gonna get to all the things that I feel passionate about and all the things that y'all feel passionate about. All right? You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat. What is that? Yo, I'm trying to be serious. And why is W Kai in the chat, y'all? W Kai in the chat. He's this guy. Thank you, guy. You're truly amazing, bro. Okay. W Kai's in the chat, you guys. Appreciate you, bro. Real talk. You already know. But like I was saying, we are gonna be focused on getting to everything that we feel passionate about, everything I feel passionate about, and we're gonna share this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some real stuff that I want to get to on my stream, and I just want to make sure you guys are participating in this. That's all I ask you guys, man. Shout out to the 10 gifted from Kai tonight as well, bro. Appreciate you, man. He's definitely one of those people that I look at. I said one of those people. He's one of my brothers, one of my younger brothers at that, that's hustling, getting to it, and it really inspired me to get on here and stay consistent. You know, I gotta give y'all some much better content than what I'm giving you guys now, and I know that's gonna help this grow. I don't want you guys to keep thinking that every time we get on here, Kai's just gonna be preaching to us. Kai's gonna be talking about the same things. Nah, we're gonna get to all that stuff, but these streams that are coming up, like I said, you guys give me a little bit of time to get going. You know, we're gonna have time for all of this. We're gonna have time for this content, also time for building the content that we want, you know. And 100 gifted by who? W100 gifted from who? Who gave me 100 gifted, y'all? What the Kai better not be doing this, bro. Heavy star. 200 gifted. Hold on, y'all got me feeling it. Wait. HBT94. Okay, shout out, bro. That you gifted, bro. Man, that's love. That's love, bro. Appreciate you, man. Hold on, twin. That's wowzers, yo. Y'all are in for, y'all are in for some great streams, bro. W gifted, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Happy Father's Day to you guys as well that are fathers or expecting fathers. Shout out to all the fathers that didn't necessarily get a chance to see their kids today, but are still doing everything they can to be in their kids' lives. Shout out to all the fathers that don't get mentioned in history, how great they were to their kids, man. Happy Father's Day to the fathers that changed their lives to be better, just to be in their kids' lives, man. Real talk, yo, shout out to the fathers that actually give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the fathers that aren't able to be here, but we still keep them in spirit, and we forgive them for not being in their kids' lives. Shout out to all the kids that could not celebrate with their father today. I just want to let you know that as a father in my life, if I could become a better father figure to you, I just want to let you know I feel you, I hug you, and I love you. I just pray that all the fathers out there don't feel taken for granted, and they know that they're more than providers and protectors. And standing up for yourself as a man, as a father of your house, as a leader of your house is okay, as long as it's done with healthy intentions, respect, and love, and you're a great listener, and you got grace, and you're working on yourself, dog. It's not easy being a father, let alone it's even harder to be a great father. You know what I mean? Shout out to the gifted, you guys. W5 gifted, you guys. Hold on. Appreciate you. I'm trying my best to keep up. Hold on. Mayu, Max U, 101010 for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Appreciate you. W's in the chat. Okay. Nate Fickru is gifting 1 tier sub. Appreciate you for the sub. Thank you. Yeah, man. But W's in the chat, you guys. W's in the chat for the moms as well that's playing mother and father. Don't think I forgot about y'all. Shout out to all my moms that's playing mommy and daddy, though. Happy Father's Day to you. I'm sorry that you don't get all the flowers that you deserve, but real talk. I appreciate you. I love you and thank you. You know, I remember I used to say Happy Mother's Day to my dad on Mother's Day because he was being my dad and my mom. You know, so if those that, you know, don't have the other parent to celebrate with, they're no longer here, I just want to say I love you, and I'm gonna keep saying I love you so you know it. But yeah, just W's in the chat for our parents in general. Father's Day 2025, I'm grateful, you guys. Real talk. And if you're a young parent, shout out to you, taking care of your responsibilities. And if you aren't taking care of you, if you aren't taking care of you, it's just, I can hear my dad telling me, like, what do you mean ain't? You guys got to understand, I grew up in a very, very strict household at times in terms of making sure I spoke in an intellectual manner in correct grammatical fashion. So I could hear my dad in the back of my head sometimes saying, you ain't, what, ain't? So, Kyrie, let me work for you. Appreciate the gifted. Thank you. I got you. Let me see. Let me take a screenshot of this, all right? Appreciate the subs. Thank you, guys. You guys are young legends for this. Dubs in the chat, you guys. Let me see. W's in the chat, you guys. It's been a great stream. Anything you guys want to say to each other before I get off, please get that off right now. I just want to take this quick moment to, again, just ground myself in what's happening right now. It's a special time in the world. It's a time for truth speaking. It's a time for truth tellers. It's a time for all faiths, walks of life to get closer together. You know, it's warfare outside, so we know what's happening. You know, pray for the people that can't get that liberation or get that freedom or get out of the situation that they're in. You know what I mean? Pray for them. Pray hard for them. You know, pray for the less fortunate. Pray for the people that are in a predicament where they have no control over it. Pray for them. All right. Appreciate you guys. All right. I love everybody here. Thank you for the stream. This was legendary. This will probably be my shortest stream. It's an hour, 23 minutes. Shout out to you guys. We got right to it. You know, it was a great day. It was a great day. And I want to let you guys know this too. All right, look. This is my last thing. Look. Guys, I just want you to realize, everybody at home, all right, I'm going to say this once, and then you're going to understand it. When you're watching my streams, I want you to know I'm just as human as you are. So you may think you're seeing me on this screen, and I don't know what you're thinking, right? I don't know the perception all the time, but I'm just letting you know, when you watch me on this screen, just know I'm just as human as you are. We probably do some of the same things. We probably wind down the same way. We probably, you know, watch some of the TV shows. We probably go on YouTube and watch the same things. We probably hang with our friends and do the same things. I'm just letting y'all know I'm really, really, really tapped in. That's why I've been able to survive out here the way I have, man. It's all love between us, all right? What happens with us, I pray that we can share and get through it together, right? Stay with me on this journey. But understand, I'm just as human as you are, all right? I'm just as human as you are. Look at this. Look, the skin, see my shit? All flabby and shit right now. No, I'm joking. You see this? You see these tats, man? Same pain I went through. It flows at no pain, man. Like, same hat that I wear to represent where I come from. You know, wearing my merch. Like, just letting you know. Underneath all of this, it's just a younger version of me having fun in this world and trying my best to inspire this generation to be better, because we have the capabilities. Dog, we only have, oh my gosh, we only have our chains to lose. And at the same time, y'all get to see me go after multiple championships. Don't think I forgot. I may have to tune into that streamer role, but don't ever get it fucked up, tribe. Y'all know what I'm coming here for. I play the streamer role absolutely well, but don't get it fucked up in terms of what's happening behind the scenes. Don't even question it. Y'all know what I'm gearing up ready for. You know what I'm gearing up to be ready for. Come on. You know the bread and butter. Don't make me describe guns and butter. Don't make me describe guns and butter to y'all again. Don't make me do that. Don't make me do that. Y'all know I was crushed by how the season ended. Crushed. A lot of stuff happened in the season. I'll go into detail about everything that happened when the time is right. But for right now, I'm focused on getting prepared. That's it. That's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying my life of being able to be on the sideline, but at the same time, you know what's going on. Patience. That's all. I'm staying patient, you guys. I'm staying patient. I'm taking my time. Y'all didn't want me to rush. I don't want to rush, but y'all didn't want me to rush. You telling me not to rush? Take your time. Young old head. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take my time. All right, so W's in the chat for the tribe. Twisty 11s. Appreciate y'all. You already know. W stream. Make sure you guys are messaging each other. Make sure you guys are keeping up, sending each other alerts and notifications to stay up to date with everything we got going on. I'm going to start putting and pinning my my YouTube page and also my TikTok. I might start going live on TikTok as well, just to be able to integrate different audiences into what we got going on. So be on the lookout, you guys. I appreciate you again for being part of this era of my streaming timeline, my streaming career. This shit gonna be cool, you guys. Like, I'm enjoying it, because shit, I go to bed more at peace getting all this off in front of you guys. You know what I mean? So thank you guys. I'm praying that all you guys' families are well. Pray for the world. Pray for peace on earth. Pray for humanity, and pray for all the kids, all the innocent kids and all the innocent women and men that are in the middle of warfare and need our help. So, love you guys. All right. Peace.